Hi, my name's Isaac, and I love cars. The movie? Of course, but that's not what I want to talk about today. Today, I'd like to talk about real-life cars and their logos, because I think car logos are weird. If you think about it, these little emblems represent the second biggest purchase that most people will ever make in their lives next to a house. But houses don't have logos. Except for my house. My house is in the shape of the Alpha Shark logo. Logos are powerful. They can convey a brand's entire identity to people in seconds. For example, if I were to ask you what's the first word that comes to your mind when I show you the BMW logo, I'd be willing to bet that most of you probably thought luxury. And that stems from the fact that the brand has fostered that reputation for years. Dang, is this your Beamer? Other examples of this include the Subaru logo. When most people see this, they think of safety. When people see the Toyota logo, they think, that kind of looks like a little guy wearing a cowboy hat. They also think reliability. And with brands' entire reputations sometimes stemming from their logos, each manufacturer always tries to stand out from the next. Sometimes brands like to keep their logos simple, so they just spell out their names, like Nissan or Jord.
Isaac, that's Ford.
Really? And while not spelling out the entire brand name, Honda's H is instantly recognizable. Other times, logos have hidden dual meanings, like Hyundai's, who, admittedly at first glance, looked like they just copied Honda's homework, and the only thing they changed was making the H italic. But it's not just an H. It's also supposed to represent two people shaking hands, specifically the company and the customer. Hyundai's goal with this logo was to convey the sense that the customer could trust the brand. Other hidden meanings and images within car logos include Acura's, which is meant to represent a caliper, which is a precision tool, and that means they put precision into the cars and stuff. Tesla's T is supposed to represent a cross-section of an electric motor, and GMC's logo is gigantic to represent American excess. So I don't really know where to insert this, but my friend Tom wanted to be in this video.
Hey.
Okay, so Tom was in the video. And I know what you're probably thinking. Isaac, where do you keep getting all these loose badges from? What are you, stealing these off of people's cars?
No. I mean, I'm not Isaac, I'm somebody else.
In reality, I actually do take these off of cars, but I do it here at the salvage yard, and I pay for the badges. Every time I come to a salvage yard for parts, I always try to pick up a badge or two as a little souvenir reminder of that specific trip. My eventual goal in collecting all of these car badges is I want to put them on my future garage wall when I'm having my midlife crisis, like every middle-aged dad seems to do. So I've been talking a lot about different logos, but what makes a good car logo? Well, personally, I think a good logo is one that's instantly recognizable by its outline, no matter the color and without text. There's so many manufacturers that just use ovals that if you took the text and the colors away, you wouldn't be able to distinguish the Land Rover logo from the Ford one or even the Bugatti one. But out of all the logos with iconic outlines, none is more famous than the Chevy bow tie. Why is it in my grill? I don't know. Out of all the weird stuff that's happened in this video so far, why is this the hill you want to die on? The famous Chevrolet bow tie allegedly came about when, and get ready for this, the co-founder of Chevy was staying at a hotel in the year 1908 in Paris, France, and he was, quote, struck by the mesmerizing design of the wallpaper, unquote. He then proceeded to rip off a piece of that wallpaper, take it home, and design the Chevy logo based off of that. What? Another characteristic of a good logo is simplicity. Mercedes knocks this out of the park. So does Mazda and Volkswagen, for example. And Audi's logo is also simple with its iconic 4 rings, which symbolizes the merging of 4 German auto companies. Though admittedly, I always confuse it with the Olympics logo. And I'll save you the Google, I looked it up, the Olympics logo was first. The last thing a good logo needs is a cool factor. People want to feel tough driving their car. So a lot of manufacturers have opted for dangerous animals to represent their cars. But out of all the animal-themed car logos, from Ram to Jaguar, Lamborghini's Charging Bull, Alfa Romeo's snake, Ford's snake, Dodge's snake, none of them are as tough as Peugeot's lion standing on its hind legs. Look at that thing, it's like... So there you guys go. I hope you learned a little bit more about car logos today. Man, I love my job. I get to create these fun videos based on these silly thoughts I have in my day-to-day, and then we get to laugh and learn together. You are positive it's not Jord?
110%.
Okay. That's just about going to wrap up this video, guys, but before I go, I'd like to mention that I am a Christian, and if you have any prayer requests, I would love to be able to pray for you guys. You can leave those in the comment section below. And lastly, I like to close off on a weekly scriptural reading. This week's is Matthew 7:24 through 27. Jesus is speaking here. He says, "Anyone who listens to my teaching and obeys me is wise, like a person who builds a house on solid rock. Though the rain comes in torrents and the floodwaters rise and the winds beat against that house, it won't collapse because it is built on the rock. But anyone who hears my teaching and ignores it is foolish, like a person who builds a home on sand. When rain and floods come and the winds beat against the house, it will fall with a mighty crash." All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care. So I don't really know where to insert this, but my friend Tom wanted to be in this video.
No, I didn't.